One more time. Boot this up. How do I? What am I doing? Boo 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 boo. First, let's grab this link. Yo, what's up, Valken? What's up? Just booting up this. It'd be good to go in a second. What's up, Brucey? Tag. We're gonna do all that. Okay, we should be good. Where do we go to submit our draft matchups? Put it in what did I have last time? Discussion or y'all for matchup and just ping me on it. Is that what I did last time? Draft y'all channel. Yep. I was like, if you just put it in the y'all channel and you just ping me, we can get it going. Let me see. Let's do. You have an actual NFE matchup this time. Let's go. Let me put on. I'm opening up my other thing so I can actually hear the music. Okay, let me download this picture. I got pinged-a-dinged. Okay. Let's do Crimson first. Do downloads. Full screen. Okay. Let's do browse this one on a little big. That is New York Giants on the chair. We're here. Yeah, we bleed blue. Yeah, I can help with games. Falcon. All right. So this on. Let's chill out. Let's get into this rhythm. Dude, that's so true, Thriller. What's going on, man? How you doing? Oh, what's my pool number? I am pool 30? Whichever one Willow and I are. Alright. So this matchup. What looks good here? I mean, obviously Mega Glade looks good. Is there any... So, no Terra Annihilate. Terra Basque. Terra Basque in the sun is annoying. Without having your own rain setter, he just kind of gets to always go like Torkoal. I was watching VTubers earlier. Doing alright, just finishing work. Yeah, how's the work day going? Will it be after stream too? Yeah, just hit me up, Balkan. Talk for New York Giants. Always believe in blues like Yankees. Yeah, I'm Yankees, Giants, New York Yankees, New York Giants, Minnesota Timberwolves. Full 30. Let's go. I've got it. Okay, so Crimson. The big thing here is I feel like Tinglu does really well. It is I don't know, his sun overwhelms you. Like, you don't actually switch into... I mean, you have Empoleon for Walking Wake. And you can build a Tinglu that can take on Torkoal. It's just going to be the switching in afterwards. That's annoying. But you also have Lele, and they don't really have any switching. They don't have a good switch into Lele besides Zong. So if you can kill the Zong, I'll get you for your RS games too. Just getting my builds first. Absolutely, that makes sense. I still got a build for him, so no worries on that. Could be utility umbrella, but the only problem with that is, I mean, I think Empo's fine to switch into Walking Wake. Like, Empo probably shuts down Walking Wake. Empoleon's gonna have to do Walking Wake. Something that could be interesting is some sort of Terra Rotom Frost. Like, Crimson, is it free Terra? No reliable hazard remover. Yeah. Huh. Free Terra. I mean, Scope Villain's also sitting there. That is also very threatening because he could just be like, "Oh, die, please both make it. Don't be one." True. We both just got to go 2-0. That Scope Villain, you're going to need to come up with some sort of solution for there, because Terrafire Scope Villain does just pack you up. If he is Flamethrower Giga Drain, you're kind of packed up. So I'm thinking some sort of maybe specially defensive Terra Dragon Rotom Frost, potentially. Helps you switch in. The only thing is you're going to need to make sure you get into it early. It's going to... Torkoal and Lilligant both don't want to spin. I don't think Lilligant gets spin. Am I crazy? Does Lilligant get spin? I don't think Lilligant gets rapid spin. I don't think this is a thing. Feel free to call me crazy. Lily gets fog. Got it. Interesting. Yeah, I would say you have to use your you would have to use your Rotom Frost to be specially defensive, like a special defense dragon, because that will stop the Torkoal and the there's also Sand Slash, but then you're bringing Sand Slash. What else? So like Tarantula never comes. Fortress is not coming into the Sun matchup, so like those things are benched. I don't know. Kind of fucking sucks, so that thing's also not coming. How many Pokemon do you have? You have 11, so that's 3 gone right there. We get to 3,000 subscribers for the next level directly. I'll use, yeah, if we, what's up, Bash? If we get to 3K, I'll draft whatever you guys want me to draft. As long as it's not in the next SBL, I will have to take SBL very serious. But I'll do someone else for fun. If these do well, I'll do a draft league where I just like stream this stuff and you guys can just control shit for me. Um, what else? Fez is interesting. There's a lot going on in this team. Like, it feels like I was thinking of bringing Fez Rakielma for flip turn and U-turns. 300 subs left. For 3K? No, we only need... For 3K, we only need 31 subs. We're at 29.69. Nice. But yeah, Crimson, I think you bring your first 3. You guys hear that? Someone like revving their car outside? That was crazy. Yeah, I think you bring the top 3. So you bring Gallade, Tinglu, Lele, Empo, Frostlass. Yo! Dashing, thank you for the sub. Maybe it was Leo running? Yeah, that's my goat. Thank you. Thank you, Dashing. Welcome. How are you feeling better, Dashing? Are you alive? Yeah, top 3. Rotom, Empo, and then it's 6th is just gotta be... 6th has gotta be... That you're so weak to... A Roaring Moon, though. It's not that you're weak to Roaring Moon itself, it's that you're weak into Roaring Moon that clicks U-turn into something. Because, like, you could bring Fortress, and as soon as you go Fortress on the Roaring Moon, he gets to click U-turn. Wait, still no big Tarak? I'm saying, I didn't Shiny Hunt when I was in Toronto. I was saving it for stream. I could have probably... I was thinking about it, and I was like, nah, I want to do it on stream. Get my reactions. I think Fez is needed for Ape. It's probably Fez. That's why I want to Fez. Yeah, it's probably gonna have to be Fez. Ting Lu is probably gonna have to be the one to take on Roaring. Like, Gallade is just going to be... What terror are you going, Rotom Frost? I think Dragon. It's got to be Dragon for the Scovelin. And Torkoal. You don't switch into either of these, and if you do that... Is that the EQ Shuka helps you want? Yeah. Something in Ting Lu is the Roaring Moon check. I think that's what we do, because look at the 6 you're bringing, and then look at Terra Fire, Flamethrower, and the Sun from Scovelin. You legitimately don't switch into it. That is a it's a really free click, and anything that wants to switch in, like Ting Lu, the Flamethrower, even though it's neutral, is gonna get Giga Drained the fuck out of. So that's what I was thinking. Spadef, Terra Dragon. I'm thinking like Fizdev, Tinglu, someone that takes on the Roaring Moon. Baz has got to take Web's offense wins, Photosynthesis is messed up by Webs. True, but then you're bringing Tarantula. Then you're bringing that thing. And that thing kind of sucks. I'm pretty sure that thing sucks in LC. I mean, if you want help versus Scovelin, why not Terra Fire? Rock's Weak sucks, because then you're forced to boots. You can be, but then also you don't switch it like... Then you don't switch into the Hydro Steam, but I guess you don't switch into Draco. I feel like it's easier to plan switches versus the Dragon move. You send for yourself with Terra Blast. You could do that. That's also fine. Because if anything, you want Walking Wake actually clicking the Dragon move. But they can't ever spin versus Sinistra ever. I mean, technically Torkoal can spin, because go ahead and try to switch your Sinistra in on Eruption, Specs Fire, or like Overheat, Specs Fire. Or not fire, in the sun. Yeah, weather's tough. Heat proof. Let me see how much that's still doing. Let's see. We're Torkoal. We're just like choice specs, max, special attack, choice specs, overheat into Sinistra. We're just saying his max HP does 136. So if you're max, you do 94 min. So there's a chance that Sinistra just gets blown up. I guess Scarf Lele doesn't help with the top 3. Yeah, I don't like Scarf Lele. I don't know what kind of Lele I like. Maybe some sort of Calm Mind. The reason I don't like Scarf is because you can't lock anything with a Bronzong sitting there. It's really annoying. Heat proof makes it neutral, not immune. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think Crimson. I'm thinking Galade's got to be some sort of maybe subset. Because even Galade like doesn't do a doesn't match up. Hi, Lexi. Go Calm Mind, Psyshock, S-Ball, Moonblast / Kiss. Yeah, that is. Yeah, you guys, Willow and Dashing Bolt said it. I think that is the play. Glade is some sort of win con set as well, where you're like SD or bulk up with Drain Punch or Close Combat, then Headbutt or Psycho Cut, Blade Agility or bulk up, yeah. And then potentially Sneak, potentially like what other move do you need? You need Fighting, probably Knock. I guess you don't need Knock because you're just fighting moves at Bronzong. What's up? We're currently building for a Sun matchup, which is a big pain in the ass. Agility Glade or SD or Spadef bulk up. I like Spadef bulk up. Yeah. Joni, I know who you are. I knew. I remembered from last time. I did not know last time. I don't love agility. Good night, Valken. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. You'll never use them. I'd rather you get an SD off. Like, man. Crimson, are you still here? Go dual screens with dual stab against agility. Yes. Yeah, I just like setup, like on Glade and in general, I guess. But yeah, I think it's top 3. It's some sort of Swords Dance, Glade, and for Random Destiny. Gotta throw out trash. No, you're good. I think it's some sort of Swords Dance or bulk up Glade. Gotta be like rocks, physically defensive, or like hazards. Like you could just be spikes, like spikes, throat chop, earthquake, ruination on Tinglo, and it's Fizz Def to take on the Roaring Moon. You might have to be body press based off calcs. Yeah, it's got to be Fizz Def Ting. Lele's another setup sweeper where it's like Psyshock, Draining Kiss or Moonblast, Calm Mind, Shadow Ball. That's his helmet to take on. Ugh, Annihilate. What's up, Sen? Frost is Spadef, Terra Dragon. Wake just flips in versus Empo and you're done. And that entire deal blows. What's up, Bandito? Yeah, it's tough. Oh no, that's all right, Bandito. It happens. I'm again, I feel like that, but some matchups are tough. I played a Sun matchup in. I'm doing good in PGP. It had to be PGP, and I got fucked. It was just like gouging, walking wake, spam Sun, and it does so good. Sun is super overwhelming. If you don't have, it can just be super overwhelming. It's all about. It feels like because you don't counter Sun. It was versus Viz. No, it was versus A Panda. This track, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait clicking flip and moon clicking U-turn are two things that kind of make things rip. It's very hard. You need to create sequences that punish these things. So the big thing is just week 2. That's fine that it's week 2. I mean, Sun is just annoying. There's sometimes nothing you can do about it, and it sucks. Like, you will have to make some potentially transactions, but these are one of the things overlooked. Like, there's no manual rain for you, or no automatic rains. Like, a Pelipper could have changed this. It just, like, you don't have a fire resist. Hence Fez Rocky Chip. Exactly, we got Fez Rocky Chip. I think in a matchup like this, it is very focused on how good your lead is, because if you can put them out of position early with a lead, then you literally play the entire game in the builder. Exactly, like Lexi. Yeah, it's not doing a lot. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking start with that. Dash and get those fake calcs out of here. True. No. It's all about how you lead. It's designing a lead here that will do what you need it to do and kind of make sure you're not on the back foot to start. So I think a lead would be a great start here of just kind of seeing where you want to be. So something potentially you could do is like lead Mega Glade. Didn't think this is crazy. There are no ZA. There are no ZA spoilers. No ZA spoilers, just ultra wormholes. Also high Kaz. I like a Glade lead, like sub SD, because if he leads with something like Torkoal, you could potentially sub on a Will-O-Wisp on a Rocks, and then you're in a way different perspective. Last game I saw them lead Torkoal to get Sun Up and switch. Something like that could happen. Air Dragon Scale Shot. Hear that? I didn't know it got Scale Shot. What's up, Kaz? With 3 Zs. Scale Shot looks cool. It's just, if you are a Scale Shot, you have to, like, you legitimately don't switch into fire type moves. You don't switch into Torkoal, which sucks. And like, you could say you're gonna go into Basculation, not Basculation, Barraskewda, but that doesn't help. Like, you're gonna get blown up. I know I got Scale Shot is because Dynamax Adventure. Got it. Also, I'll do you one better. I forgot Scale Shot was a Gen 8 move. I do not remember a lot about Gen 8. So yeah, Crimson, I'd start building with that. I'm going to move on to the next matchup. But yeah, it's basically like, I think I would lead with like some sort of sub SD Glade with dual stabs. A Fizdef Tinglu that would take on... Roaring Moon, a Wincon, Tabu Lele, Spadef Empoleon that can take on Also for type of Lele, it's either Scoff or Combine. What item for it? I'm not fully sure an item. I'm not fully sure the item. It depends, like, are you Draining Kiss? Because if you're Draining Kiss, you don't need as much passive. You could be something like Babiri to make sure that Roaring Moon can't ever revenge you. It gives you a secondary, like, if Roaring Moon gets too out of hand, you can go into your Tapu Lele. Then you might need to be Moonblast to blow it up, because you just will not kill it with Draining Kiss, I don't think. You'd have to be at +1. Could be Utility Umbrella, taking less damage. I think that ignores the Proto Boost. Is that how that works? That sounds like you're gargling. Please don't say... Gargling is crazy. And then with that, Crimson, I would do the Spadef, Terra Dragon, Rotom Frost, and then some sort of Fez that switches into that Annihilate. Alright, so who do we got? It ignores Sun Boosted Fire move. Jay, trust the process. I got Shiny Cobalion. Not even looking, having the temptation to check our Shiny. Okay, do I have to roll every time though? Like, how far out do I need to move? With a Bloody Blue says gargling. Alright, next up is Bruce. Bruce, are you still here? Download this. Do one check, and then we'll restart the Terrakion. Let's do that. We didn't talk about Sand/True. Pause that for a second. Matchup. Let's switch this. What ball are you going to catch it in? Oh, I don't know. See what balls we have. We do have 5 Beast Balls. I haven't done the online yet to get the other Mega Gems. Or Mega Stones. Mega Gems is crazy. This is the most Bruce team. This matchup is a win. They have Bisharp. True. It's a win for Bruce because they have dog shit Bisharp. Bruce's team looks fire though. Ugh. Actually, I'm not that bad. This is crazy. Hi, Bruce. So, I mean, the big thing is fucking Solgaleo looks really good. The only thing it doesn't look good into is the Qianpao, but doesn't Qianpao get jailballed by... Is that a Skyman? For that shit team? That's crazy. I also meant to dash backwards on that. I didn't even realize there was a Skyman there. Skyman's pretty cool. Toxic Morning Sun, Teleport, Sunsteel, Soul wins with Colbert. Unfortunately, that gets walled by... Fortunately, that gets walled by Jirachi. Does Solgaleo still get Toxic in Gen 9? I didn't say you're bad. I'm just saying we don't often see triple-digit speed on your teams. That's crazy. They also do have Terra Keldeo. You're going to have to commit some sort of Terra Hydrapple to the Terra Keldeo. But when I... yeah, it's got to be Paldea, right? These are all Paldea mons. There's... Yeah. You get slow momentum, true. Ugh. And why does format say Nat Dex, Bruce? True. Everyone yell at Bruce. You know, it's not a Bruce build unless we automatically slot one Surskit. Garchomp looks really fucking stupid this game. You kind of just blow through with like SD, P-Jab, Earthquake. You gotta watch out for like Scarf or Resist Berries, but if you can get up rocks, which your only rocker is Garchomp. Solgaleo is pretty fire. It is. I'm undecided. I'm indifferent about it. Just gotta dodge Ice Shard. Dude, calling Zekrom the worst is crazy. Zekrom's so cool. Oh, it did lose Roost. I am a huge Reshiram stan, and that thing fucking is probably nowhere near as good without Roost. But yeah, I think Garchomp I'd be like Rocks, Swords Dance, Earthquake, Poison Jab. Because if you can get up rocks, you can also make sure you just like punish any berries. So if they try to go into their Enamorus and their Kevia Berry, you just kind of smoke them. Same thing with like Rotom. You just are slowly doing damage. If you P-Jab just once, they're going to be in range of the next one. Jay, Reshiram is my favorite. I love Reshiram. Reshiram's, I think, my favorite legendary. It's just my favorite legendary. It's so good. It didn't even get temper for the... Yeah, that's dumb. It did Reshi dirty. Yeah, you can specs Blue Fair, but you get, trying to spin, flip, roll backwards. That's the word I'm trying to say. Lugia is so good. I love Lugia. Reshiram, same disappointment as Gouging. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Toxic Close to Lugia is bad. But also, it can't be toxic, which is one of the annoying things for Lugia, is that you could just toxic it. Yeah, Bruce. I'm thinking you always bring your Uber. I don't know if this is a Skyman game. But I think Solgaleo comes. Hydrapple's got to be some sort of Keldeo check. You have to have some way of it not just beating you. And like, it doesn't have to beat it in a 1v1. It has to prevent it from being able to just sweep you. I think Aloe comes. Yeah, you're like, this box of 4 comes of Solgaleo, Alamola, Hydrapple, and Garchomp. I think those are the core 4 that come. Giratina just shuts your team. Water's interesting because if it like you can be that's what I'm saying. I think your AV. Yeah, I think you'll AV because you got to be able to resist fighting, because you can't run an item that will resist that'll stop Secret Sword. Sin's right there. I agree to do that. But then Cloud is an issue. Cloud sucks. But Cloud just gives you Garchomp. You just don't have removal, which is you have spin. We know weakness policy line is pretty drip. Better to be worse in the Cloud than Pow Giratina. That is so true. You can be some sort of... They should bring Cinder, Keld, Pow Giratina at least. I agree. I see those 4 coming for sure. Oh, it's got to be one Enam or Mo. You can't bench both. You don't have to bring both, but you can't bench both. You have to bring at least one. Yeah, Cinder could be benched simply because of Aloe and Quack. Like, it doesn't... You could lock Zen, but that's annoying. So, yeah. Cow, Giratina, Keldeo, Enam, or Rotom. Not bringing ass fucking Bisharp. There could be some sort of Shuka Thunderwave Jirachi just to try to fuck with a Solgaleo. Aloe, Chomp, Quack, Moltres. It does do a lot of damage. Bidef doesn't even beat Keldeo. Yeah, I think you gotta commit. Like, I feel like Hydrapple and Aloe have to do like the 2-man on Keldeo. They gotta work together on it. But it's got to mostly be Hydrapple. Quavo is so sad. Quavo is sad here. Especially after the incident. True. True. Yeah, Speedy Axel is cool. You could be pads if you're scared of Rocky Helmet. Because if you get it at the right spot, you kind of just snowball. I don't hate that. Yeah, you bring top 5. It feels shitty benching Skyman. Like, where there's a Skyman, there's a way. You always just have a chance of winning if you can flinch your opponent. You can just sit there 60%. It's more in your favor than your opponent's to flinch something with Air Slash. Also, if you eliminate the Jirachi, there is no flying resist because Bisharp sucks. Yeah, I'd say play around with the build a little bit with the top 5 and try a how does Bruce beat Hazard Stack? It's got to be some sort of Garchomp. So maybe Garchomp lead to punish things. Could be an answer, like you gotta get ahead quick and fast. Diamond's getting goobered by Cloak. It is getting goobered by Cloak. Hi, Spency. Hey guys, L5 here. If that isn't Cloak Claude, I'm gonna laugh. Cloak Claude and just sets up all the hazards. That is true. What? Okay, send matchup. We'll do a priority for L5 build. Send matchup. Also, why are you playing LC? What are you playing LC in? Send a matchup. L5. I mean, Life Orb Skyman feels so bad because if rocks are up, you literally click. I lied, I'm not playing LC. Okay, I thought so. I was like, I don't know what LC you'd be playing in. Yeah, Life Orb Skyman seems not great because you have to take. You gotta take the rocks at some point, especially if it's rocks clawed that we just can't. We can't prevent. You know, like I hope you like clicking 2 buttons with Skyman and then dying. Yeah, Bruzy. I'm thinking. Doubt Shaman even comes. Salisbury Shaman, don't worry about how I won that. Yeah, we might have to bench Shaman for something real like Surskit. Yeah, the way you're gonna have to play Hydra Apple, like it's giving me good luck building the something that beats a Keldeo set. If it's normally Terra, if you can call the set like I knew mine. You look like you're about to pass out. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just comfy. Yeah, of course. You're welcome, Bercy. We'll pull up the next matchup. For Johnny. Are you still here, big dog? It is almost bedtime though, Sin, so I'll probably end stream at like 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, we'll see how these last couple matchups look. Then I'll go to bed. And then I'll sleep so good. Okay, so you sent a bunch of things. Kilowattrel is flying water ground. The Dun is normal water fairy. PZ is normal ghost ice. Altera is dragon fire steel. Dralagon is steel fighting ghost. You go to sleep super early. What, holy? It's not that I'll just go lay in bed and like. It's gonna be my first day back at work for like a week plus, so it's just getting back into the cycle because I'll wake up at 6:30, and also my fiance will get home in a little bit. She's at work. She like was supposed to be home at 3, and she's gonna get home at like 9 because there was just like a work event. So I'll just hang out with her. I think she's bringing home some leftover pizza, which any pizza fiends, she's gonna bring home like triple meat hot honey pizza. It's like the fucking like bacon blast or meat blast. Meat blast. Hold up. Has anyone fallen asleep in a chair? I have. I have 100%. I've fallen asleep in this chair. Yes, sir. Sin, we're always grinding. That's right. If you're up, you can always hit my line for Mox. Round 16 is crazy. Chat, how do we feel about Power Herb Fly this game? SD Lando with Power Herb Fly. I fell asleep in the chair building mocks last week. Yeah. Let me bigify the matchup. Oh, okay. You just put them out of order. Gotcha. As always, when I'm looking at a draft, Toronto was so much fun. I went 5-3. I started off 0-2. I played a guy who I think he went 8-3 at the end, so he stuffed my cheeks in. That was that was the first ever game experience. Legitimately throttled me. But he also brought like a conventional team with a couple slight tweaks. So it was just all very nerve-wracking. Second game I lost. I could have definitely beat that guy. I just and it was just getting in the groove. So I started off 0-2, which means if I lost one more game, I was over. So then I won the next two to go 2-2, game on the line. I played a fucking Pikachu that was like anti-Raging Bolt. So it just kept like endeavoring around my team. It was super annoying. So I went 2-3, but I could still get like packs and stuff. I'll be honest, after I helped Alfred with his matchup, I fell asleep and woke up 3 a.m. Dang. So then I won the last 3 straight to go 5-3, which was pretty cool. I had a great time. It was great being with all the goons, hanging out with people. I flew out to hang out with Kaz the day before, so we hung out, just me, him, and his girlfriend. Then we all flew to Canada together, met up with goons like Owen, Kurt, Ant, aka It's Whatever, Dell, T-Row, Amol, Spency, aka L5. But then there was people like who was there. I got to meet a Panda with 2 A's. I also got to meet Mounte, which was really cool, and Mounte fucking smoked. He he finished day 1 like I think he went 6-2, 7-1, and then ended up going like 8-3. He did really fucking good, and he wore a suit day 2. I didn't do the day 2 side event. We ended up going to the mall, but if I do another event, I'll probably end up doing a side event. That one did look like fun. It was just nice going to the mall. I hadn't been to like the Toronto mall. Kaz's girlfriend really wanted to go, so I thought it was cool. I ended up being able to get like stuff for my fiance, and then I have 3 sisters. Only one of them like Pokemon, so I got to just get them things. I also won 9 packs because I went 5-3, and I opened those packs and I pulled the full art Mega Charizard EX, which is like a $50 card. So that is pretty darn cool. Yeah, first experience at VGC in like a full competitive environment was very nerve rattling. Like it was very just jarring going against everything. I definitely want to play more VGC. I definitely want to take VGC more serious. So I'm hoping to do that, play a little bit more, potentially go to another regional. I definitely going to go to another regional at some point. It's just about when, because I have a wedding coming up, so I have to be able to pay for the wedding. So unless someone wants to sponsor me going to a regional, I also have to save, I got to save up money and PTO days for a wedding plus a honeymoon. So, and then, different vacations, going to see my fiance's family lives in North Carolina, so going out there a few times a year is, it's going to be hard to make it to another regional now. Kaz just went to, Kaz just hung out. Him and his girlfriend just did, just got the spectators passes and hung out, but we did the shops and stuff. It was really cool. The shops were overwhelming and underwhelming at the same time. It was overwhelming by the amount of stuff, but it was underwhelming by the lack of good stuff. Like they had a bunch of cards and stuff, but it just didn't end up hitting. Like I have like 2 figures over there that I got. I got an Azumarill shirt from the championship thing. I got my fiance 2 garden figure blind boxes. So she actually pulled a Rowlet, and then she pulled a Wooper watering. It was Rowlet on the bench, and then Wooper watering an Oddish. I got and then I got my fiance a Flareon keychain plush. For my sister, I got her a Snorlax plush, and then a like a figure with a background to it, and she pulled a Sylveon with a cherry blossom tree. So she was all happy. A while ago, I went to a regional and had a spectator pass. I might be able to go one later this year and actually participate. That's hype. Yeah, who said he looked at all the plushies and there were no good ones? Yeah. There weren't like there was a couple like cool ones. It just wasn't anything that like L5 actually went like fucking top 8 in the side event. So he got a bunch of points. So he got like a Mega Zard Y and a Alolan Executor plush. Depends what the meta is for Champion VGC is me. I know I'm already... Yo, are you going to kick over my trash can? Theo's sleeping right now. But yeah, Toronto was great. I missed being with my dog like a motherfucker. And obviously my fiance. But she's not my furry best friend. Don't clip that. That's gonna get weird. But anyway, Leo, it's been the longest. That was the longest. That's the only time Leo has ever been in our house longer than like a day, without me being there. Because usually, when I went to be with my fiance's family for Christmas, was that Sparkle? No. When I went to be with my family's. My fiance's family for Christmas or New Year's, he was with my parents, so I think he got really weirded out by the idea of me not being here, which made me really sad. Like he hasn't left my side since I've been home, and I got home like 24 hours ago. He won't leave my side. We'll do that thing. I stopped over. Today's my dad's birthday, so I stopped over to hang out with my dad for a little bit. And usually he like freaks out with my parents' dogs and like loves playing with them. He would like go to play with them, and if I stepped away, he would like come follow me. He did not like leaving my side. I think he was anxious with me not being there, because he is my little buddy. Yeah, definitely sidetracked. Yeah, now he's knocked out in the corner over there. Yeah, Bruce, or no, not Bruce. Johnny. I think I like an SD Lando. Like SD Power Herb Fly kind of goes crazy. If you're like Swords Dance Fly, Stomping or High Horsepower, I don't remember which one. You just can't be Earthquake. Leo is my best friend. This is my little buddy. What last move do you need? Probably like Rock Move for the Volk just to drop it. It could be something like Sub. In case on on a Gouging Fire Protect or something. Could be interesting. It's Stomping, but issue is that makes contact. Gouge can Bulwark. Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, you could also just be Rock Move and click Rock Move into it. Like, you could be like Rock Tomb, because I guess it's a speed tie, so that's annoying. But if he tries to Dragon Dance, you just drop it, and you'd be able to live one neutral hit. Plus one, you might not be able to fully live, but you could be Rock Tomb because that's more than enough to drop the Volcarona. They don't have a fairy, so just the traditional banded Dragon Darts and GG. What? They also don't have a Terra Fairy. So that's pretty cool. Terra Dragapult, or not Terra, Banded Dragapult darts. And just click it a bunch of times. Johnny, are you here? Let me make sure. I'll, here? Question mark? Yeah, Banded Darts looks demon. I was going specs. You are here, Goat. I like Banded. Yeah, you can literally go Adamant Darts. I like Banded. I think Banded goes insanely hard here. Darts doesn't make contact, right? No way. I don't think so. Yeah, I like Banded. You're literally not clicking anything besides U-turn and Dragon Darts. You could be like Sucker if you need to. I do like just traditional Ogre lead. You know, Spike, Cudgel, Horn Leech. You could be Taunt if you want. You could be like Dual Stab, Taunt, Spike, because webs could be annoying. The Dreepy get burnt to the crisp. That's sad. So that's Colt, Lando, Ogre. Kilowattrel's so fast into this team. Are you Terra flying? What Terra are you? I'm looking. Kilo is flying. Like, man, Terra flying Kilo is just knocking him down. Just be Specs Terra Blast, and you're just doing so much damage. Like, yeah, you can go into your Tinglu, but just call that once and click U-turn, and you're back into Ogre Pond. Or you're into the Lando, that then gets a Swords Dance. Terra Fly with Volt Absorb for Galv, that's fucking gas. I love that. You honestly could just lead that if you wanted to. I don't hate that for lead. You've got Hisui Quillfish. Try to stop Sneasler. Sneasler's a little annoying. If you're finding you're struggling with Sneasler in like prep or just like eyeing it, you can go for like a defensive Lando with Covert Cloak that shuts down Sneasler. That is an option. That's 4 Pokemon. The biggest fear is like Scarf or Specs PZ. No. You could be Spadef to Dunsparce. Could work. With like Body Slam, Serene Grace, and you're just tossing off Body Slams, potentially parrying something, because they might want to go gouging, and if you just para that, it is Rapskis. Getting paras on things is really nice. He really doesn't have like a good, like, if you're like Spadef with Body Slam, Roost, Earthquake, or Drill Run, Stealth Rock, that's nice. Get some rocks up. 6th mod is interesting. Like, I want to say Jirachi, because it makes you not want to just click Shadow Ball. Because like right now I'm clicking Shadow Ball into your 5. Jirachi. Wait, sorry. I'm just clicking Tri Attack into your 5. I lied. Doesn't take 2. I tried. It expects it 2 shots. You can bring Jirachi then, because it makes it not want to click Tri Attack, because then you do have to make a crazy click in between the Dragapult and Dun on one side the Dragapult and Jirachi on one side that will that'll take the tri-attacks, and then the Dunsparce that will just take the Shadow Ball. So you can effectively do it. I'd be worried about Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot seems a little scary, but you shouldn't ever let it get a Nasty Plot and an Agility off. Because if you go to Dunsparce, you gotta just make sure you live a +2 adaptability tri-attack and then you Body Slam. And you have to do at least 50 so they can't Agility in your face. And then Body Slam. Because if they try to Agility, you 2-shot. If they only Nasty Plot, then you can Revenge with Kilo or Pult. And if they only Agility, they're not strong enough to take out the Dunsparce. So I fell. Yeah, I think those are the 6 I would bring. All right, let's look at one last matchup. I think Bandito's the only one who put the last one, so I'll look at Bandito's matchup and then we'll call it a stream. Make sure, if you guys haven't, if you guys want to keep getting help like this, I do offer a service. If you guys subscribe, if you guys join the membership of at least Lycanroc, it's $5 a month. I will help with matchups like this in DMs, help with all that stuff. So make sure, if you guys are enjoying this, you guys want to keep supporting me and the channel, feel free to click that membership button. And if that's too much, and you just want to do general support, feel free to just do the $1 a month Rockruff subscription. Hey, good night, Johnny. All right, Bandito, big dog, you're up. So, you guys both have Mega Lot. You guys both have Mega Latias. Which one is this, Latias or Latios? I think regardless, Celesteela looks really nice. It sits on Pex and... Oh. It sits on Pex and Treads. Yeah. I'm here. What are the Lotties? Are they both Mega Latias? Both Mega Latios, or is it 1-1? Diancie Gaming. Diancie is gaming here. I got Latias, they got Latios. Got it. Okay. I mean, Latias looks super fucking nice. If you just win the speed tie, or you just kill their Latios, like, legitimately nothing kills your thing. Weave out Triple Axle, but you have... not a lot. Like, you can go Carkol on a Triple Axle. Potentially get a burn there. Some sort of Carkol. You can also go Diancie. Like Terra Water Diancie looks nice. Maybe Terra Fighting too. I mean, to some extent, what switches into like... sorry, I was mumbling. To some extent, what switches into Terra Fairy Diancie? Like, if you are Calm Mind, Earth Power, Draining Kiss, Iron Defense, or the one that boosts your defense. The one that boosts your defense. Diamond Storm. You actually smoke. Like, what is stopping Dual Dance Deancy here with Draining Kiss? You smoke everything. I think it gets Iron Defense. If you, dude, the annoying thing would be Toxapex clicking Toxic on you. That would be the thing. You have to just pick that thing off, or you have to come up with a way where you, like, maybe if you're taunt, you could just shut it down. But fitting taunt is annoying. You'd have to fit it over probably Earth Power, but then you have to Draining Kiss it to death, which I don't think you can do. So if he gets taunt, you could fit taunt on there maybe instead of Iron Defense potentially. Calm Mind is really good into this. I like WinCon Mega Deancy. I also like WinCon. God, your top 3 are just so good. Like, you gotta bring your top 5 basically. I like Great Tusk. Great Tusk just with spin, axle, dual stabs goes absolutely nutty. Not axle, ice spinner. Darkrai is just specs. You start ripping specs dark pulses. And nothing wants to switch in. Like, you go Hitmontop. If you just call Psyshock on that thing once, or Psychic, that thing goes straight to hell. Latias is just like a calm mindset. I don't know if it still gets Cosmic Power. It probably still get. Did it ever get Cosmic Power? Am I drunk? Not gonna lie, my plan was leading Tusk and break them. Only problem with leading Tusk is if they lead Lottie, could be annoying. But that's where I think you bring Colossal. Spin plus Spinner, yep. I think you bring Colossal, and you bluff a Terra. I think you go Terra Fire, and you just never Terra it. But you're just you are just like a Rocky Helmet, Rocks, Flame Body, fucking Weavile, toss it out, Pokemon. Another thing that could be scary is Thundurus. So like Latias is gonna have to come in on Thundurus. So maybe you're just not a setup Latias. Maybe you're just like an annoying bulky one. Specs over Scarf versus Weavile. Yeah, like specs over. Really think? I mean, yeah, I think you bring like a defensive breaker Latias, the lead Tusk. I don't think no one gets Cosmic Power. That's sad. Specs or Scarf Darkrai, defensive Celesteela. Just someone to switch, just to absorb Toxapex. WinCon Deancy, maybe Boots so you don't get Toxic Spiked because you can't remove very well. I guess you can remove with Colossal. So if you're confident you can remove with Colossal, do that. So yeah, I think my fiance is just getting home, so this is where I'm going to end stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure if you guys want to keep getting support like this, make sure to also consider joining, become a member, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to try to do this week.